Stop working out 3 days a week. Listen, one of the biggest mistakes that people are making is working out less than half of the week.
He says some bullshit about, this is optimal because reasons. And also go and check out my coaching and my course. It doesn't work like that. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Jacob. I'm an online coach and a certified PT. Today I'll be taking a look at TikTok, which in my opinion is the online platform with the most amount of brainrot content out there. And more importantly, I'll be looking at fitness advice from TikTok to see if there's actually anything good on that platform regarding fitness advice. Let's see if I can find anything good whatsoever.
Young Frenchie, 808.
I understand what you mean by getting in the best shape of your life. He's more talking about a fitness kind of approach with cardio and weights opposed to just building muscle. However, I think this is a very general advice and it can't be applicable to everyone. 10,000 steps a day is a very old fact, and it's not really a fact. It's actually a marketing gimmick invented by the first company that made a step tracker. So there's not really any basis to that statement that everyone would benefit from 10,000 steps a day. I don't say it's bad to walk 10,000 steps a day. Of course, it's good for your health and good for your cardio system and your heart. You shouldn't pressure yourself into having to walk 10,000 steps each and every day. Just be sure to take a few shorter walks during your day, but you shouldn't really stress out about having to hit 10,000 steps each and every day. That probably just cause more stress and harm than good. But anywhere from 7,000 to 13,000 steps a day, I would say, is a good recommendation to be in good health, basically. And the 4 full body sessions a week type of stuff, I would just say if you work out 4 times a week, you will be in good health and you will have really good strength. It doesn't have to be 4 full body sessions a week. You can do basically whatever you want, but I would recommend maybe doing an upper-lower split. You can do a pull session, a push session and a leg session, and then you can have a 4th full body session. You can do push, pull, legs, push, and then start with a pull session on the next week. There's a ton of different options here. You don't have to, I think it's bad advice to say do this or that, because this won't apply to anyone. You can give people advice, but don't make them so forced to do one thing and one thing only, because it doesn't work in real life.
Want bigger arms? Try these dumbbell arm exercises.
Okay, just I said that TikTok is the biggest platform for brainrot content. As soon as I see a video with an AI voiceover, I instantly think this is brainrot, this is bullshit. You don't want to apply any of these tips. But let's see what this creator has to say.
Dumbbell curls, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Targets the short head of the biceps. Dumbbell hammer curls, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Focuses on the long head of the biceps.
No, it doesn't.
Cross-body hammer curls, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Works your biceps and brachialis muscles. To target those triceps, overhead tricep extensions, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Dumbbell skull crushers, 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Remember to increase the intensity as you progress. Tap the yellow basket if you want to know more about the dumbbells I am using. Follow for more content like this.
Okay, this isn't necessarily bad advice, but it gets a few things wrong. It's completely useless to try and target your long or short head of your bicep. Both of them will contribute in every kind of curl motion you do. So don't even think about targeting them separately. It's just a waste of time and too complicated. Both the variation of hammer curls that he does here will target your brachialis, your bicep and your forearm. So don't think too much about, am I curling outwards or inwards or in front of me? Think more about hand supination, more bicep involvement. And the further I go into pronation, the more I'll shift emphasis from my bicep to my forearm and brachialis, which is a muscle underneath your bicep. So you want to target both your bicep and your brachialis to get that really good bicep peak. And of course you want some meaty forearms, because that looks really good, especially in a t-shirt. So focus on your hand rotation rather than in which angle you curl your arm. So basically, like I said, it would be when there's an AI voice involved, it's bullshit most of the time. Let's see abs routine. I mean, the thing with ab training is that a lot of people post these circuits, and of course it will build muscle. If you go to failure or close to failure, it will build muscle. But in my opinion, most of these circuits are way too high in reps. Your abs is just like any other muscle. It grows from tension and progressive overload. I think you're better off doing an exercise. If you're a beginner, you're starting out, do it with body weight, and when you get to 10 to 15 to maybe 20 reps, increase the weight, hold up plate when you're doing your crunches, try out your cable crunches, stuff like that, so you can easily progress in weight, because these circuits will just give you a nasty ab burn, and it feels like it burns fat and make your abs pop. But just incrementally increase the weight, train in a rep range of 6 to 20 reps, somewhere around there, and they'll grow more effectively, and you'll be able to track your progress more effectively than doing circuits like this.
The overhead mountaineer run is a full body, high intensity training movement that works the
Shit, I can see right away that this is bullshit.
The high intensity alternating movements increase the heart rate. It works both upper and lower body muscles, making it a highly effective full body workout. It can be performed anywhere, does not require any equipment, and is suitable for all fitness levels.
The first thing I notice here is the picture up here, before and after, and here's a fat boy and here's a fit boy, and then it says exercise on an empty stomach in the morning for better results. That is an old myth that needs to die. I think most people realize this now, but you know, if you want to lose weight, the only thing that matters is how much you eat in terms of calories and how much you burn in terms of calories. And this will be dictated by how much you're moving during your day, your body weight, your amount of lean mass or muscle mass, and stuff like that. But you won't burn more fat from exercising in the morning before you're having breakfast. It doesn't work like that. I can skip eating for all day long and just have one large meal with my daily calorie expenditure, and I will stay at the same weight. Or I can space them out in 3 meals, 4 meals, 5 meals, and eat at a calorie maintenance level, and I'll still not lose weight. And I can do all my activity in the morning, but it won't matter. I will still be at the same weight as I've been before, because I'm making up for the energy that I expend during the morning with my food later in the day. So exercising on an empty stomach doesn't work for quicker fat loss. It will work just as well as exercising later in the day. When it comes to these movements, I wouldn't really call mountain climbers an effective full body workout. I would call them good at getting your heart rate up. They're not good for building your abs. They're not an effective full body workout. What they are good at burning calories. But then you can just go out and take a walk or something like that if you want to burn calories.
The bent over open jump is a total body exercise that combines core stability with a cardio workout. It not only builds core strength, but also improves cardio endurance and burns fat. Beginners can start slow.
It doesn't burn fat. I could not emphasize this enough. I can lay in my bed all day, and if I eat less than my BMR, which is my basal metabolic rate, which is somewhere around maybe 2000 calories for me or 1800 calories, I could just lay in bed all day, eat below my BMR, and I'll lose fat. It doesn't matter what kind of exercises I do during my day. It doesn't matter at all. I'm tired of this video and it's pretty long, so we're gonna move on. Let's see.
People who train every day don't want to train every day. They are not motivated to train every day.
Okay.
They are something else. Motivation is...
Something that I like about this is that it gives a free workout routine for beginners. First off, I would not recommend for a beginner to go 5 days a week to the gym. It's way too much. You've never worked out before. You can make really good gains on way less volume, and you'll probably burn out pretty fast because it's not a routine that you've set down yet, that you've accustomed yourself to yet. It's much better to start out lower in volume and training days than you think you want to do later, because this will allow you to have a set routine each and every week, and you won't have to change all your life because you're gonna start working out. I recommend somewhere around 2 to 3 days for beginners with full body sessions. So you're working your whole body at once, and this is to have a high frequency in your training split. So you're working, for example, your chest on Monday, and then you're working your chest again on Wednesday, and then again on Friday. Because then you'll be doing movements for each and every body part on every workout. You'll be able to focus on technique on those movements, and you'll learn all the movements fast without being too fatigued. Because you will see gains from doing this approach, especially as a beginner. I do not recommend a body part split for beginners. And don't go 5 days a week. You'll just end up feeling burnt out. You'll be sore all the time. Don't take advice like this, for real. This is bullshit advice. Don't follow it.
Stop working out 3 days a week. Listen, one of the biggest mistakes that people are making is working out less than half of the week. It's basic math. We've got 7 days in the week. You want to be burning calories and training your body more than half the week. So that means if you're training 3 days a week, you're basically getting, if any results, slow results. 4 days a week, results will start to speed up. 5 days a week is optimal, and 6 days is reserved for the beasts that want to take it to the absolute next level. Now, if you want to know how to actually populate your workouts with the right training splits, training styles, and strategies, then I want you to head to the link in my bio. Fill out a short application. I'll give you 1 week of coaching with me for free, where I'll tailor you a complete and custom training plan specific to your needs.
Also, to general advice, the best training split for you is one that you can actually stick to. It doesn't matter if it's once a week, 2 days a week, 3 days a week, or 6 days a week. If you can stick to your training program and training split, it's a good split for you. I hate content like this because he doesn't take individuality into perspective. He says some bullshit about, this is optimal because reasons. And also go and check out my coaching and my course. It doesn't work like that. Obviously the dude is jacked, but you shouldn't listen to someone just because they're jacked. He may have gotten his best results from 5 days a week, and obviously most people will see better results from 5 days a week once they're an intermediate to advanced lifter. But as I said, the one split that's best for you is the one that you can actually stick to. That's like the number one rule, because consistency is so much more important than how many days you're training. Benching is definitely not useless if you're trying to grow your chest. It's a really good chest builder. It puts a decent amount of stretch in your chest, it has a good range of motion, and you'll be able to use a lot of weight. Granted, machines may do a better job because you can push your set farther without making it unsafe, but the bench press is a really good hypertrophy and strength exercise. You'll have to stabilize the weight, you have to work with your core and your legs to be able to push as much weight as possible. It's a really good strength builder, a really good hypertrophy builder. This is just bullshit. This guy has a few videos that are utter garbage, basically. This, of course, it's a good bicep builder, but I can see a few problems with this already. If you're doing a free weight movement for your biceps, you generally want to push your upper arm forward a little bit, because then you have more tension here when the bicep is stretched, and you have a more equal tension curve. If you put your arms behind you like this, you'll have less tension here at the bottom, and the tension will start to come around here. So here you have like 40 degrees of a joint angle where no tension is applied to your bicep whatsoever. And yeah, I got more of this guy. So he's very popular. He's got a really good physique, but please just have some common sense. Let's see. I don't really like this either. Like, fuck. I like the video again, of course. No. This is a good exercise because there's more tension in the stretch position of your bicep. You get more even tension throughout the movement. But, you know, going from a supinated curl to a more pronated and neutral grip curl in the middle of the movement, it will just make your progression harder, and there's really no need to it, to be honest. It's better to just do an exercise with a supinated grip and then another exercise with a more pronated grip. Mixing them together in one exercise won't make you bigger in any way. Just do them separately. It will make your life easier. Stop mixing exercises together. The thing with having something do multiple things at once is it can do multiple things, but it usually does both of them worse than if you're just doing one thing. For example, a Swiss Army knife. It's got a lot of functions, but getting a separate knife is better than the knife in the Swiss Army knife. Or getting a separate screwdriver is better than using the screwdriver in the Swiss Army knife. This is exactly the same. I love how he says that the latest scientific study says it's not necessary, and then he's not referencing anything in his description. But yeah, I mean, he's kind of right. You don't have to do more than 3 sets of leg press to achieve hypertrophy for your legs. But then you don't have to do more than 3 sets of bench press to achieve hypertrophy for your chest either. He's just trying to tell you what you want to hear, that you don't have to hit legs more than once a week. But I think he has a responsibility to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. If you want to maximize leg hypertrophy, you have to do more than 3 sets a week for legs, and you definitely have to hit them more than once a week. Like with any other body part. So yeah, he's not wrong, but this is just, he's probably a pretty lazy guy, and that's why he's chosen to only do legs once a week. And as we can see in his leg development, he doesn't have the best legs, and it's not symmetrical with the development in his upper body. His upper body is much bigger than his legs, and it looks kind of weird, to be honest.
Fastest way to see results in the gym. First of all, cut out the alcohol, cut
Yes.
down the partying. Second,
Yes.
prioritize sleep.
Yes.
7 to 8 hours.
Yes.
Thirdly, nutrition. Make sure that
Yes.
you're in a protein and you're in some sort of a calorie
3
surplus
strikes.
now for muscle growth to continue. You don't have to track it
Hat
every day,
trick.
but tracking results is going to speed up the progress, no doubt. And finally, you need to have some kind of a training program which you're
Yes.
following. You need to walk into the gym with a plan. Knowing
I swear, I didn't like Mike Thurston before, a few years ago, but he's just gotten better and better. This is really good advice.
on the spot. Each week, you want to be looking back at the lifts which you've done. You want to
Yes.
improve upon it in some way, shape, or form to allow
Yes.
progressive overload to occur. If you are the type of person that's struggling with training programs, I have the perfect ones for you on my app, Thurston.com, for all levels.
This is really good advice.
5-day splits right up your street.
Thank you, Mike, for rekindling my hope with TikTok advice. This is really good advice. This is basic things. You have to master the basics in order to see really good progress. You don't have to do weird exercises or skipping legs or all that kind of different stuff or fancy splits. You have to master the basics. Sleep, nutrition, cutting out alcohol, really good advice. You don't have to do that, but if you want to maximize your progress, really good thing to do. And having a training program which spans from anywhere from 2 to 6 days a week. Then you're golden. You're really golden. Good. Now let's end this video on a high note. She knows what she's talking about. I wanted to end this video on a high note. I'm feeling all warm and fuzzy inside right now. Hope is restored for me. As Mike said, if you need any help with your training split, your training programs, maximizing progression in the gym, go to my Instagram. My handle is in the description. Message me there and I'll help you out with actually good advice, actually good guidance, focusing on the basics that actually work and cutting out all of the fucking bullshit that's circling around on YouTube, Instagram, and especially TikTok these days. If you want to maximize your growth, don't sleep on it. Head over there and hit me up. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell notifications to not miss a single upload. Thank you very much for watching. Stay humble and stay swole.